Check, check, check. All right, clear the track. We're going to get ready for the flag parade. Flag parade coming up. We're going to get some numbers on 50-50. It's pretty big. We're trying to sift through that bucket right now. It was pretty wild and overflowing, so that's good. A few announcements before we get going. Some different things that are happening around the track. Within the next couple days, Mark Chittister's having a birthday. So if you see Mark Chittister, wish him a happy birthday. He may be around here, or he may be around here later. But I can assure you that if you add up all the hours you've worked out here at the track for free as a volunteer, he's got about 100 times more. He goes way back. So happy birthday to Mark Chittister. Another crazy thing going on. Later on, you might see the kiss cam go off. Might catch the Hearsts over there are celebrating an anniversary. I hope it's the Hearsts. Both of the Hearsts would be present together, and they wouldn't be the most popular couple in the entire world. The Hearst family over there. Happy anniversary. Zyler Zinski's got a birthday. He's 10 years old. And I think that's all I got for special announcements right now. Out on the hill or on the tabletop carrying the flag tonight. Looks like it's Z-Man and RHETT Young Money PAVELONIS. Now the thing about RHETT PAVELONIS is he will be getting on a plane in about 4 or 5 days, and he's going to Copenhagen, Denmark to race the World Championships of BMX. That is incredible. When we get our riders that qualify for the Worlds, it's always awesome. RHETT went to France a couple years ago, and I can tell you this, one of the motos, I think it was the first moto he was in, I was watching that race, which of course there's a major six-hour time difference. And all of a sudden I look at the TV screen and RHETT PAVELONIS is in second place over in France coming around the first turn. That's pretty cool. So wishing RHETT some luck. He's going to carry the flag tonight. And we hope you tear it up over there in Europe. We called Europe and we warned them you were coming. And they're not ready. But you're going anyway. So good luck to you, RHETT PAVELONIS. We will be cheering you on. And could we get everyone now to stand for the national anthem?
All right, thank you, racers. I think Jeff Swan just took his fastest lap of the night. That'll make the guys in his moto happy. Speaking of motos, we're waiting, getting the rest of the moto sheets printed out. Be racing here very shortly. All right, we have the dreaded R word, repost. I have no idea what motos that affected. So you might double check your motos. All right, I was just handed the latest and greatest, updatest moto sheets. Looks like Chopa, Frazier, and Hacker, I think they've been sitting out there for like 5 minutes. They're probably ready for juice box and goldfish crackers. Balance bikes on the last straight, so if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, Chopa laid out of the gate. That's Frazier on the front side of that one, I believe. I can't tell without the cast. He got his bricks in there. And Chopa's racing the infield. All right. Chopa going to finish that one out on the infield. Moto 2. 910 Open, Pavelonis, Sweniger, and Stevenson. Looking for Stevenson, I believe, in the gate. Theo Stevenson looking for you on the gate. We're going to have to hurry because our backstager, it's their anniversary tonight. They got a table waiting over at Red Lobster. And they don't want to, they're keeping their drinks on ice. $331 before the split in 50-50 tonight. Theo Stevenson, that looks like, he looks like one of the kids out from underneath the Hollywood tent. Hey, it goes down. Pavelonis on the inside. This is 910 Open. Moto number is 2. Pavelonis gets the jump. Winiger on the 2. Stevenson hanging on to the 3. He's on a street park bike. Trying to keep up with a couple of some serious racers out there, but I bet he's having fun. Oh, Winiger trying to work that 2 ride into the 1 ride in turn 2 on Pavelonis. Pavelonis not able to let him by, though. 11-12 Open, going to be Garrity, Ashby, Mara, and Swan as Pavelonis takes it to the stripe. Looks like Captain Elbows gets a really bad gate, coming out way late. The newest addition to Team Swan going to be Double A. Double A on the 1. I think that's Mara on the 2. Oh, no, that's Garrity on the 2. Mara on the 3. Swan now starting to pick them off. Like swatting flies off your hamburger at a picnic. Swan might have gave him too much. Jumping his way into second place. Moto number is 4. Looks like 15. We'll call it 15 over open. The handler, Brendan Hanley, Henkel Miller, and Emerson Wallen. A couple of more Dubuque guys out there. Henkel on the 2. It's Jay out there doing it straight out of Hollywood. Keeping Corbin Miller honest down that last straight. Giving him a good run at the line. Nice work. Out of Henkel. Oh, big one coming at you. Hurst, McBroom, Hanley, Arionyx, Natasha B., the Jaybird, and the Bulldozer. This is Ladies Cruiser. 13 and over lady. Well, let's see. No, we got to change that. This is like 8 and over Ladies Cruiser. Topside ride right now going with the Jaybird, doing it standard, and Green Tree Brewing. Two-ride Team Iowa, that is Natasha B. She just got taken over by Hearst at the line. Cora the Explorer in there on the 4. 10 Cruiser, fast one coming at you. Bump Demink, Johnson Pavelonis, Double Z, and the Ben Dog. Looks like Pavelonis leading his second moto of the night on the 1. Out there on a strong 2. Beef Johnson doing it for Green Tree and Standard. Now they're 3 wide behind him. Double Z trying to hold off Demink. Demink and then bump then Demink. It's going to be Pavelonis on the 1, Beef Johnson on the 2. 11-year-old Cruiser. Bump. Chef Landon Cook, Cash Money Peterson, and the Crank Cruncher, Justin Scrowther. Scrowther in tow behind Cash Money Peterson. Peterson out there doing a Team Iowa style. Factory standard colors on Scrowther. Scrowther on the 2. Looks like Cook and Bump going to round that one out. A 10-year-old or 11-year-old Cruiser, my mistake. 7 is your moto number. Looks like Cash Peterson going to haul that one wire to wire for the win. 15 Cruiser, Swan, McMillan, and Shelton. Nice gate out of McMillan. McMillan taking a peek over his shoulder, getting a big eye full of the captain elbow. Swan, and then he's like, oh, man, I got to get out of here. I don't be anywhere close to those sharp elbows. Swan sitting in the 2 spot. Shelton on the 3. Moto number is 8. 15-year-old Cruiser is your class. Looks like Owen McMillan going to walk the dog that one all the way down to the finish line. 40, let's call it 36 and over Cruiser. Remley, Swan, Kime, and Captain Chaos. Captain Chaos on the top side of this one right now. Looks like Kime trying to find a way around him. Kime looks like he's spinning a pretty easy gear. Let's see if he can get around Captain Chaos. Chaos been known to pump those hard gears. I think he's on a loaner bike tonight, though, so he might not have been able to adjust the gearing. Here comes Kime. Kime pulling up side by side now. Kime going to try to make the move on the outside, way up into the turkey's nest. Now Remley, the dark horse. Oh, man, Remley was in the mix for just a second. And Kime takes over. Oh, I think Chaos got him at the line. 56-60 Cruiser. Gear, Gillum, Burke, Dennison, and Burwell. Looks like Dennison, Trusty Steeds, topside ride. Bionic Bob trying to work on Mike Burke now. Burke feeling the heat and stretching it into the 2 spot just a little bit behind Dennison. Factory Kuwahara ride. It's going to be double DG. That's a Danny Gillum. Gillum and Gear. Gear on a bike older than you, I'll bet. Uh-oh. Burke working Dennison to the line, side by side. Dennison pulls it off at the end. 5 and under novice. Ince, Brown, McGinnis, Kelly, Stevens, DeBreeze, and RHETT's Racing Grayson, and Griffin Castle. Top side ride, I believe that's Calvin Stevens out of Bettendorf. Stevens, then Ince in there on the 2. That's Beck on the 2, 3 ride. Oh, man, 3 wide with a paper plate and an ink pen. I can't read that number. Sorry, Racer. Said the 965. Maverick Brown on the 4. Ince, though, starting to reel in Calvin Stevens. Stevens feeling it. Kaya McGinnis, she's holding down the back of the pack right now. We got a rider down that last straight. Looks like Stevens got a little ahead of himself, leaving the door wide open for Beck. Beck takes it in. Stevens going to get back on his ride. Take that one in for the 7th place. Going to go to Kaya McGinnis. 7 novice out of the gate, McCleary, Garrett, Winiger, Frazier. Tilly Winiger doing it out of Silvis. Taking the 1 ride into turn number 1. Winiger on the 1. Got another paper plate there in the 2. Sorry, Racer. That's some tough plates to read out there. 351, that's Hayden Garrett out of Burlington in the 4 spot. 2 and 3, going to be Frazier and McCleary, not necessarily in that order. Topside ride, though, still going to be Tilly Winiger. Winiger going to take it down that last straight and find the stripe. Moto 13 out of the gate. 8-year-old novice, McGinnis, Goodman, Hacker, Cunningham, and Thompson. Moto number is 13. 8-year-old novice is your class. Topside ride looks like the 853. That's Hacker. Hacker on the 1, the 630. I think that's McGinnis. McGinnis on the 2, getting some heat out of the 3 ride. Big time heat out of the 3 ride. Still going to be Mad Dog Maddox. Hacker on the 1, taking it in, racing for 2nd place right now. Oh, boy, 3 takes 2 and takes it to the stripe in the 2 spot. Sorry, I missed your plate, Racer. Oh, big one. 10 novice, 8 wide. Van Zuden, Zimmerman, Ellison, Porter, Ellison, Garrett, Stevenson, Frazier. That is as wide as it can get right there. Now they're starting to single file their way out of turn number 1. Plate on that topside ride. That looks like the 632. That's Ellison out of Cedar Rapids. 631 is the other Ellison. Ellison, topside ride. Brinley Zimmerman, I recognize that bike anywhere. Zimmerman out there in the 3. This is a big one. I love it. Starting to stretch it out, though. Ellison on the 1 and the 2. Zimmerman out there in the 3. That was Moto 14. Moto 15, 12 Nav. More Ellison. We got Sophie Joe in there, too. Thompson, Mara, Gross, and Bump. Oh, nice move out of the 2 ride. Sneaking up from down low in turn number 1. That looks like the 630. Carter Ellison. Ellison hanging on to the 1. Looking for Brody Zimmerman up in staging. Brody Zimmerman to staging. Your moto is coming up very shortly. Still going to be Ellison on the 1. Going to take that in. That was Moto 15. 12 novice was your class. Moto 16 looks like older novice coming at you. Arionyx, the Bulldozer, Mason Eddy, Seth Garrett, and Robert Irk. Still looking for Zimmerman into the gate. So Garrett on the 1. Oh, the Bulldozer. She's working the fellas. Heading into turn number 2. Robert Irk, I believe, on the 3 spot. Going to put Arionyx on the 4. Still taking that in for the win out of Burlington. Going to be Seth Garrett. The Bulldozer looking great out there in the 2, but she's getting some heat out of Irk. Irk trying to he's got the street bike out there. That thing's probably got about a 20-inch top tube. He's trying to make it work on the dirt track. Doing a great job of it, though. Last call for Brody Zimmerman in the gate. They're going to run the moto without you. Brody Zimmerman out of Moto 17. Do we got it? We got a runner? All right, that leaves PJ the answer and the Ben Dog. Zimmerman looks like he missed his moto. Whole shot going to Armstrong. Oh, PJ. PJ just went to 8-3. Taking that line away from the Ben Dog. Armstrong sitting in the 1. PJ on the 2. Ben Dog hanging on to the 3 spot. That is Moto 17 out of 32 motos tonight. Armstrong going to take that one to the stripe for the win. 8 intermediate, moto number 18. We got Lacoste, Demink, and the Outlaw Fisher Jones. One of the Lacoste racers had the now shuffle back in the 2 spot. It'll be Lacoste in the 2 and the 3. That's an easy call. Topside ride, though, going to be the Outlaw Fisher Jones. And BMX Rex out there hanging on to the 4 spot, doing it for Team Iowa. Gate 8 Sexton Ford ride of Fisher Jones on the top side. Looks like he's got this one wrapped up. The Lacoste brothers in there on the 2 and the 3. And BMX Rex rounding that one out. Moto 19 hits first straight. Double Z, the Voodoo Child, and Dr. Jones. .35 ride, that's Double Z, Zyler Zinski out of Cedar Rapids. Dr. Jones on the 2, and the Voodoo Child. Voodoo Child wearing Right Cycles jersey, but listed as riding for Hearst Plumbing. Did the Voodoo Child pick up a new ride that I've been missing? Double Z gonna take that one in. 12 intermediate. Honer, Garrity, Jones, Cook, and Gear. Looks like the Purple Python, Brody Honer on the top side of this one. Honer on the 1. Oh, we got some slicing and dicing going on behind him. Cook trying to hang on to the 2 spot, trying to steal the 1. I think that's Dirty 30 out there in the 3. Right now, though, Honer going to take that one in for the win out of Moto 20. Moto 21, Hudson Wallen and the Big Show, Bentley Shekels. Shekels taking the 1 into turn number 1. Another one of those Hollywood riders out there, Emerson Wallen doing it out of Dubuque. And Noah Hudson out of Cedar Rapids hanging on to the 3 spot. Now Wallen starting to reel in the Big Show. Big Show's been known to fade on the last half of the track. He's been working on his cardio. Looks like he might have got some lungs underneath him. Big Show going to take that one in for the win. Moto number 22. Looks like some old guys. Lacoste, Mayers, and the Stallion, Jeff Swan. Travis Lacoste on the top side of this one, running and rocking the 63. The Stallion, Jeff Swan in the 2. Uncle Rico making it back to the track. Good to see Justin Mayers on the track. Lacoste going to sneak that one all the way to the finish line. 56 and over intermediate. Bedford, Burwell, and Double DG. Looks like Bionic Bob on the inside. Chopper Bob tonight. Chopper Bob digging deep into his gear bag, digging out that old Monster jersey. Hasn't needed that one for a while. Sporting the Gate 8 jersey. It's going to be Buff Bedford. I've only known him for like 50-some years, and I just called him Bedward. Is it time to retire, Kenny? Yes, it's time to retire. Bedford in the gate 8 colors, factory Kuahara ride of Gillum hanging on to the 3. Burwell starting to fade now. I think he's going to hang on to the 1, but can Bedford hang on to the 2? Here comes Gillum. Nice racing out of that 56 and over intermediate class. Moto 24, Hurst, Max Power, and Sophie McBroom. 10 girls X. Looks like 8 to 10-year-old girls expert. The Demon, Rylan Hurst. Hurst out there doing it for Hurst Plumbing. Sophie McBroom hanging on to the 3 spot, going to put Max Power. Also doing it for Hurst. Hurst Plumbing might be our newest, biggest team out here. The Demon Rylan Hurst going to take that one in for the win. More ladies on the track. Going to be Perham, Johnson, Whitmarsh, Hanley. Whitmarsh getting some heat out of Lydia Perham. Perham out of McChesney Park wearing Team Mangler colors tonight. Oh, a little turn bar action. Out of Hannah the Hurricane. Now here comes Jaybird working on Lydia Perham into that last turn. Looks like the Hurricanes got first place wrapped up, racing for second right now. Here comes Jaybird working Perham. Who's got the pedal? Who's got the smooth? Whoa. Perham almost stopped pedaling a little early. 10X out of the gate. Pavelonis, Beef Johnson, Vinny Meatballs, Speed Bump, and Winiger. Whole shot goes to Pavelonis. Pavelonis once again got Winiger in tow. Working it, though, behind him. Going to be Vinny Meatballs. He's laying it down right now for Team Iowa. He's trying to keep those guys in his sights. Pavelonis and Winiger starting to check out just a little bit. Maybe Bump and Beef Johnson on the 4 and the 5. Pavelonis and Winiger, they're hanging tight right now. Pavelonis looks like he's got the smooth down that last straightaway. 12X. 11-12X out of the gate. Going to be Peterson, Scrowther, Swan, AA. Team Swan topside and second ride right now. Going to be Swan and AA. That Cash Peterson in tow, and then the Crank Cruncher, Justin Scrowther. Team Swan, though, in charge of this one. Oh, boy. AA working on Swan now. Swan had a bobble. Oh, and another one. Oh, he's trying to self-destruct, and he can't. Somehow he held on. Swan takes the win, Moto 27. Moto 28 on the track. Going to be 14X, Natasha B, the Super Sport, and Miller. Miller, gate 8, Sexton Ford ride topside. Oh, man, over jumping that one was the Super Sport, doing it for Right Cycles right down the street. And hanging on the 3 spot, Natasha B getting thrown in with some fast fellas tonight. Miller going to walk the dog all the way down that last straightaway. Take the win. 15X, McMillan, the hand grenade, and Owen McMillan. McMillan working the hand grenade into turn number 1. Hanley trying to find a way around him. Couldn't make it happen. Grace McMillan hanging on to the 3 spot. Talk about getting tossed in with some fast fellas. Owen McMillan showing the local boy the hand grenade around his own track. I mean, McMillan, Hanley, and McMillan, 1, 2, and 3 at 15X. 17 to 21 expert class. The triumphant return of the freight train, Carson Fuller. Fuller not missing a beat. Holding off Braden Kime now. Fuller Kime now working it to the inside. Going to be Double J. That's Eberts. Eberts runs out of track. Kime takes him up into that fine wide line. But way out in front right now, the freight train, Carson Fuller. Balance bikes start heading out. We are running out of motos in round 1. Balance bikes, if you guys want to start heading out to that last straightaway, we'll get you going. Culver, Hinkle, and Captain Chaos. Captain Chaos doing it out of gate 8. Hinkle on the inside. Chaos looking down low. Hinkle went way up high. Oh, nice move with Jay doing it for Hollywood. Gonna be Jay, gonna be Captain Chaos, and Scotty Culver on the 3 ride. It's like Hinkle gonna take that one in for the Hollywood team. 56 and over X, Burke, Dennison, Elder. I didn't think James Elder raced BMX anymore. He's down low on Dennison. Balance bikes looking for you on that last straightaway. Dennison looking good heading into turn number 2. Now Burke rolling up on Elder. Burke trying to find a way around and finds it. Elder gives him just enough room to get by. Dennison doing it for Trusty Steeds. Got this one wrapped up. Looks like going to take that one in for about his 700th moto win here at East Moline BMX Speedway. And that is round 1. Looking for balance bikes out on the last straight, and the rest of motos into staging. Still good activity going on over at the Snack Shack. Probably got whatever you want to eat for supper over there. Tacos, walking tacos. Hey, and there I just spotted Paul. We just had a Mark spotting. I don't know how long he's gonna stay out here. He like zips around. Hey, Mark! Happy birthday! If you don't know who Mark Chester is by now, he must be from out of town. .50 is hanging out up here on the flight deck if you need to get a 50/50 ticket. Also, just a quick heads up for you out-of-town racers. We do not do transfers. Everybody's going on 3 rounds tonight. I saw no motos. If you got more than 8 in your class, we'll have to whittle it down. But it looks like did not see any of that tonight. So do not miss your main, thinking you didn't make your main. Waukegan Gold Cup qualifier and state qualifier going on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday respectively. Head on up to Waukegan, say hi to all the cool folks up there. Been a day or 2 since I've been up there, so I need somebody to say hi to Hector Mendez for me. Haven't seen Hector in a day or 2. You'll know him. I said it earlier too, if you've never been to Waukegan, that track is long. Gear for the straights, not for the gates when it comes to Waukegan. Looks like Maverick's out there. Chopa's on his way out there. And there goes Frazier. Am I right? Yeah, no cast on Frazier, right? Got it off. Doing good? All right. I think Frazier just took the hardest line through the infield. He was 4-wheeling. Oh, he's down. Frazier going to get a little jump on the backwards race. He's going to have that figured out. All right, you racers headed down that last straightaway. I need you to clear the track down there. We're going to have a moto coming your way. Kid Frazier pointed in the right direction. All right, bounce bikes on the last straight. If you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Once again, Shopa hanging back in the gate. Maverick on the 1. Frazier on the 2. Emerson. That boy ain't right. Maverick taking the win. Sawyer on the 2. Hey, racers, we really need you to clear that finish line. You guys ought to be in staging. You got a round of motos coming up, second round. Thank you, racers. Stu, you headed to the turkey nest? All right. Smile big when you go through turn 3. Stu's going to set up there in the turkey nest. While we get Moto 2, Pavelonis, Weniger, and Stevenson. Gate goes down on Moto 2, 9 and 10 open. Weniger got the inside, but Pavelonis got the jump. Stevenson stuck way out in gate 8, hanging out in the breeze. Oh, Weniger keeping an elbow on Pavelonis. Pavelonis warming up for the Worlds. Pavelonis working that open class, heading down there on the big bike. Looks like he's going to take that one in for the win. 11-12 open, hits the track. Be Garrity, Ashby, Mara, and Swan. Double A topside ride right now. Going to be Garrity and Mara. Mara, then Garrity. I don't know what Swan's up to. Mara hanging on the 2 spot in front of the Dirty 30, Jackson Garrity. Looks like Double A going to take that one in for the win. Automoto number 3, Moto 4 going to be 15-16 open. Handley, Hinkle, Miller, Wallen. We'll call this 15 and over open. Miller with a whole shot. Yeah, Iowa J out there on the 2, hanging out with us, coming all the way from Dubuque. I went to Dubuque for work today. I could have given you guys a ride down. The hand grenade on the 3, and Emerson Wallen also doing it for that Hollywood team, hanging out in the 4 spot. Miller staying out there in front of Iowa J, making it happen. 8 and over girls cruiser class coming at you. Eddie Johnson, Natasha B, Arionyx, Cora the Explorer, the Flying Squirrel, and the Demon out there on the top side right now. Going to be the Jaybird. Jaybird getting some heat out of Cora the Explorer. Oh, there goes Natasha B. Natasha B trying to get into the 3. Oh, Hurst shuts the door on her. Arionyx up there on the 5. Mason Eddie and the Flying Squirrel hanging on the back of the pack right now. Going to be Jaybird on the 1, doing it for Green Tree Brewing and Standard Bike Company. Hurst working her way into the 2 spot in front of Cora the Explorer. 10-year-old cruiser is a fast one coming at you. The Ben Dog, Double Z, RHETT Pavelonis, Beef Johnson, Vinny Meatballs, and Speed Bump. Pavelonis got the hot legs. He just did open on his cruiser. Vinny Meatballs hanging on to the 2 spot right now. Beef Johnson getting some elbow out of the 3 ride. That's, whoa, nice move out of Beef, shutting the door. 10 cruiser happening tonight. Pavelonis, Vinny Meatballs, Beef Johnson, Green Tree Brewing hanging on to the 3 spot. I think that's Double Z on the 4. That was Moto 6, Moto 7. out of the gate. Going to be 11-year-old cruiser. All these guys switching from 10 to 11. They all had birthdays while I wasn't looking. Scrowther, Peterson. Peterson on the 1, Scrowther on the 2. Going to be the chef, Landon Cook. And Brockton Bump on the 4. Right now, though, all about cash money. Peterson, topside ride. Peterson, he's been to the Worlds a couple times. Peterson got a picture in BMX, in the USA BMX magazine this month. He got a little shot in the points section. Look up Cash Money Peterson. 15 cruiser coming at you, Swan, McMillan, Shelton. McMillan topside ride. Oh, whipping that back tire into Swan. I saw Swan's eyes get really big. He got a little feared out there. Swan hanging on to the 2. Shelton on the 3. McMillan, that's Owen McMillan, hanging on to the 1. Gonna take it to, oh. It wasn't me talking too loud? Okay. $369 before the split in 50-50. You don't want to miss out on that tonight. All right, checking on the gate right now. Yeah, pro roll. That looked good. All right, looks like we got the gate back to life. We are working on 36 to 50 cruiser. Remley, Captain Chaos, the Stallion Jeff Swan, and Justin Kime. Gate goes down. Chaos on the 1. Kime coming out of gate 8. Trying to find a way around him. Not enough room up high. Captain Chaos keeping that door shut. Kime looking to the inside now. Oh, boy, slicing, dicing. They're trading evil eyes right now. Kime takes it over. Oh, we got a twofer. Get a twofer. Kime takes Remley in tow. Captain Chaos shuts it down. Going to settle for the 3 spot. Swan on the 4. Moto 10. 56 to 60, Cruiser, Burwell, Dennison, Burke, Gillum, and Gear. Looks like Trusty Steeds racer. Jerry Dennison, topside ride. Chopper Bob hanging on to the 2 spot in front of Burke. Factory Kuahara ride, double DG, Danny Gillum, and Mark Gear. Gear hanging on to that last place spot on the coolest bike at the track. If you don't believe me, go take a look at it. Dennison going to roll that one in for the win. Burke takes over Chopper Bob for the 2 spot. 500 novice. Gate goes down. Looks like Beckett Ince gets a good snap on Stevens. Stevens now takes over the 1 spot. Going to be Stevens, going to be Ince on the 1 and the 2. Oh, we got riders bumping elbows coming off that turn. We got some paper plates. I cannot read those numbers. That could be Kelly, maybe, on the 3 spot, the 990 ride. Is somebody making a swoop down low? Stevens, though, hanging out in the 1 spot with Ince in tow. Now, Stevens went down on the last round, and now he's going to take himself out. He keeps looking like that because here comes Beckett Ince. Ince going to try to make it happen at the finish line. Stevens hanging on. Ince hanging on to the 1 and the 2. Racing Grayson out there. Griffin Castle out there. A whole mess of them. 7-year-old novice McCleary, Garrett, Winiger, Frazier. Tilly Winiger topside ride. We got 2 and 3 bumping elbows out there coming out of turn number 1. Be Winiger on the 1. Paper plate ride on the 2. Golly, I wish I had bionic eyes. 2 and the 3. I cannot call. One of them's got to be McCleary. I think Garrett and then Peyton Frazier. I do believe. Remember, all calls from the tower are officially unofficial. Winiger going to take that one in. She's looking for that finish line. 8-year-old novice, McGinnis, Goodman, Hacker, Cunningham, and Thompson. Moto numbers 13, 8-year-old novice is your class. 8:53, that's going to be Hacker, Mad Dog Hacker on the 1. 6:30, that's McGinnis. Oh, McGinnis just gives up the 2 ride to Osho. Owen Cunningham. It's Goodman and Thompson rounding that one out. Still going to be on the top side of this one, though. Mad Dog, Maddox, Hacker. Hacker on the 1. And the Osho on the 2. 10-year-old novice is 8 wide. Van Zuden, Zimmerman, Ellison, Porter, Ellison, Garrett, Stevenson, Frazier. Wow. Whole lot of great racing going on right now. 6:32, that's Ellison. The Ellison's on the top of this one again. Ellison and Ellison. Porter on the 3, Zimmerman on the 4. We had a whole lot of skidding going on in turn number 2. Not sure what's going on. Hang on on the gate. Hang on the gate. Come on back, racers. All right, we're going to re-rack moto number 15, 12-year-old novice is the class. Ellison, Sophie Joe, Thompson, Mara, Gross, and Bump. Bentley Thompson, are you doing it in cowboy boots? We got a cowboy boot racer out there tonight. Sweet. Okay, it goes down again. Ellison on the inside. Looking for Zimmerman. Are you going to sit out this one again? Topside ride. Simi Carter, Ellison. Ellison on the 1. Big pack of racers behind him. Sophie Joe, Mara, Gross, Bump, Thompson. Ellison taking that one in for the win. Moto 16, 26-35-year-old novice. Garrett, Eddie, Arionyx. It's like Garrett on the top side of this one. Got Mason, Eddie in tow. Eddie sitting on a strong 2 right now. Though, now working it into the 2 spot. Robert figuring out the dirt. Oh, slides out. Looks like he looks like he's going to be fine. Leaving the door open for Arionyx. She takes over the 3 ride. Everything good out there, Robert? All right. Robert out there from the Hollywood squad. I accidentally found Hollywood the other day. It was kind of weird. All right, gate goes down on Moto 17. Going to be 7-year-old intermediate class. PJ out there. Looks like, nope. Going to be Armstrong on the 1. Bendog on the 3. Puts PJ in the 2. Armstrong still hanging along PJ and the Ben Dog Racer. I'm going to have to ask you guys to clear out of turn 2 over there. Thank you, Racer. Still going to be Armstrong, PJ, and the Ben Dog. That was Moto 17. Moto 18 going to be Jones, Demink, Carter, and Keegan Lacoste. Topside ride, though, going to go to the Outlaw Fisher Jones. Going to be Lacoste and Lacoste on the 2 and the 3. BMX Rex hanging on to the 4 spot, doing it for Team Iowa. Gate 8 Sexton Ford ride of Fisher Jones, also known as the Outlaw, hanging on to the 1 spot in front of Stereo Lacoste. And then BMX Rex. Looks like that's how Moto 18 is going to go. Moto 19. Locked and loaded, and now they're free. Going to be Jones, the Voodoo Child, and Double Z. Going to be Double Z on the top side, coming out of turn number 1, doing it out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The Voodoo Child on the 2, hanging out in the 3 spot, going to be Dr. Jones. Double Z taking the lead into turn number 3. Looks like Kaczynski got this one wrapped up. Moto 20 out of the gate. Honer with a hole shot. Mia Honer. Looks like Dirty 30 working the 2 spot, trying to find a way in. Oh, somebody railing that turn. Nice move out of our 2 racer. Get a plate on that racer here in just a second. The 101. That is the chef, Landon Cook. Cook out there in front of Dirty 30. Gear, then Jones. Purple Python, Honer. Trying to hang on to that 1 spot in front of the chef, Landon Cook. Cook got a grudge race coming up in between round 2 and main events. He's going to race the track backwards with Aaron Rimley. That won't be trouble. The Big Show! Bentley Shekels, topside ride. Shekels out there in front of Wallen. Wallen and then Noah Hudson out of Cedar Rapids. Wallen coming out from underneath the Hollywood tent, racing right now, catching up to the Big Show. Big Show trying to hold him off down that last straightaway. He might be running out of gas. Wallen trying to smooth it out. Big Show laying him down. Hangs on by about a half a bike. Moto number is 22. Lacoste, Uncle Rico, and the Stallion. Lacoste gets the whole shot on the hometown guys one more time. Travis Lacoste coming down out of Cedar Rapids. I got to find out. Cedar Rapids might be racing tomorrow night. For those of you not going to Waukegan, he might head up to Cedar Rapids, catch a single pointer. Still going to be Lacoste, the Stallion, and Uncle Rico. Motor numbers 23, Chopper Bob with the hole shot. Bedford trying to hold off Gillum. Gillum looking to the inside. Chopper Bob starting to sneak away with it right now. So, oh, Bob, stop it. I tell you what, I'm out there racing with these guys a lot, and you'll never hear more track talk than with the older guys because we all just want each other to be safe. Bob's starting to shut it down. Bob might be riding too fast for conditions. Chopper Bob, Bedford, and Dan Gillum. That's how that one's going to round out. 10 Girls X, Hearst, Max Power, and the Flying Squirrel, Sophie McBroom. Hearst on the 1, going to be Max Power on the 2. This is 10 Girls X. Moto numbers 24, starting to wind down round 2. Hearst just barely hanging on to the 1 right now. Max Power had her reeled in there for a second. Sophie McBroom hanging on to the 3 spot. 13 Girls X. This was a barn burner last time. Keep an eye on this one. Nice snap out of all 4 of those ladies. Coming out in the 1 spot, though, going to be the Hurricane. Hannah Whitmarsh, Factory Sia ride. We got Mangler colors out there in the 2. Going to be Perham. Lydia Perham hanging on to the 2, Cora the Explorer, and the Jaybird. Oh, man. Whitmarsh. She's been hanging out with Captain Elbows, learning how to jump. Huh? Did you teach her how to jump? Whitmarsh going to hang on to the 1 in front of Team Mangler colors of Lydia Perham. 10X out of the gate. Oh, Pavelonis. Oh, hang on. We got to pile up on the first straight. Beef Johnson sneaking into the 2-spot. Team Iowa ride. Vinny Meatballs. We're probably going to have to untangle those bikes. Winiger's still down. We're checking on him. I think that's Bump got in the mess there, too. We're going to check on those 2 racers. Pavelonis going to take this one in for the win. Beef Johnson and Vinny Meatballs. All right. Both those racers are up. One of them's dancing around the frog pond. Bump's back up. Going to take that one over to the finish line, collect those points. Moving on to 1112X. Moto number is 27, winding down round 2. Racers, don't storm the track before foot down. We got a backwards grudge match. Topside ride right now. Captain Elbows out in front of Double A, Cash Peterson, and Scrowther. Little clip whip out of Captain Elbows. Double A in tow. Cash Peterson hanging on to the 3. Scrowther going to settle into the 4 spot. That was 11 and 12-year-old expert. Moto 28 getting locked and loaded. Miller and the Super Sport out side by side. Natasha B out there doing it out of Cedar Rapids, getting tossed in with some fast fellas tonight. That's the way the motos fall. Miller having a little bit of trouble with the Super Sport. He's keeping him in tow. Miller now finding some speed. Super Sport getting some bobbles out of him, but he hasn't gone down yet. Going to be Natasha B on the 3. That is Moto 28. Moto 29, 15 experts, the hand grenade. And Owen and Grace McMillan. Oh, Grace McMillan settles into the 2 spot in front of the hand grenade. Can she hold him off on his home track? Right now, Owen McMillan is showing him the way around. Looks like the hand grenade settles into the 2 spot. Grace going to settle for the 3. Right now, though, the hand grenade trying to catch up to Owen McMillan. Wow, we got to race down that last straight. Oh, Handley gets a little off rhythm. $16 to 20-year-old expert, Double J, Kime, and Carson, the freight train Fuller. Fuller hanging on to the 1 spot, coming out of turn number 1, looking fast and furious. Kime trying to reel him in. Looks like Fuller going to hold off Kime down that last straight as Kime gets out of rhythm. This just in from the snack shack. Root beer floats, loaded tacos, and walking tacos or loaded nachos and walking tacos are gone. You missed out. Still got a couple pretzels and hot dogs out there for lunch. Or well, I guess it's supper time, isn't it? Wow, I just really got to retire. Iowa J, topside ride of Moto 31, doing it for Hollywood. Going to be Captain Chaos out there in the 2. Scotty Culver, factory standard ride on the 3. Culver going to play some foot down here in just a little bit after our grudge match, backwards grudge match. Iowa J taking it in, Team Hollywood just like that. Burke, Elder, and Dennison. 56 and over experts. Oh, man, Elder. Oh, Elder up to his old tricks. Dennison finds a way around him, though. Burke settles into the 3 spot, but now he's shopping for a 2. Elder's kind of fading. Here comes Burke. Burke's out here a lot. Have not seen a lot of James Elder this year. Elder holding him off, though. He is a wily veteran. Dennison, though, still on the top side. There goes Burke. Elder has to shut it down a little bit. Aaron Remley and the chef, Landon Cook. Ryland, hang on, hang on, hang on. You guys can't storm the track. We got a race going on. We got a backwards race going on. I think it started. It's happening right before your very eyes. The chef, Landon Cook. Hot money is on him. These guys are demonstrating the backwards race, and this is a grudge match. This is for a dozen eggs from Remley's Chickens. Forget next. You come out here Tuesday for practice, and there's going to be a starting gate at the finish line. You're going to think you're in Bizarro world. Oh, man. The chef's going to have some fresh eggs for omelets in the morning. Remley gave him too much of a lead. Nice race, a grudge match. Scotty Culver going to get some foot down going on. Scotty, I am out of prizes. Okay. So foot down going to happen right now. I'm going to play a couple games of foot down, and we'll be back for main events in just a little bit.
Check, check. Clear the track, riders. Clear the track. We got some business to take care of.
You got your phone?
Yeah.
You got.
Yes, I got this right here. Whoa. We're good.
Oh, good.
Yep, we're good. Check, check. Clear the track. Clear the track. 50-50 is up at the tower. And it's, I think, $371 right now. $371. Clear the track, riders. Please clear the track. Don't forget, next Friday night, a backwards race. First straightaway, this will be the first time you've ever had the finish line right in front of you. We're not 100% sure where the finish line is yet. It could be this white line, or it could be the 30-foot line. So I think it should be the 30-foot line. I think it should be the 30. Yeah, and they're going to end uphill. Nah, they can go up through the gate. It's going to be weird. I'm sure of it. Clear the track, riders. We got a move up to do, and we got one other special thing we're going to do. I think we're going to do. Okay. All right. Clear it out, guys. Clear it out. Riders in the second turn, please exit the track. We're going to try to set the gate up Monday night, probably about 5 o'clock. If you guys want to come out and help us, it'll just go really fast, and we can set everything up and try it out. Practice next week. We'll be backwards practice all week. And Friday night, we're going to do it. All right, I'm going to do a Move Up Award here at East Moline BMX. A BMX Achievement Award in recognition of outstanding performance in BMX racing, moving to the classification of intermediate. Now, this kid showed up tonight and said, just move me up, I'm ready. I don't know if he had the right amount of wins or not. I know he was probably pretty close, but either way, he said, I'm not worried about it, I'm moving up. Let's give it up for our newest 12 intermediate racing, Case and Gear. Come on down. All right, Gear, I got to ask you some questions, man. How long you been racing?
10 months.
10 months. What's your favorite part about BMX?
I just like it for the fun.
That makes a lot of sense to me. What's your plan now that you're intermediate?
Just to try to hang with the guys and work my way up to expert over time.
That's excellent. That's advice we could all use right there. Hang with the guys and work your way up to expert. Is there anybody you'd like to thank right now that's helped you on your road to BMX? Here you go.
My mom, my grandpa, my dad, my friends that I made. And that's about it. And I'm thankful for the people that work for the track. I'm thankful for everyone here. They're good people. They work hard, and they're good at what they do. So, yeah, I'm going to give the mic back to Paul now.
I don't know if it gets any better than that. Hey, Kason, what about your grandpa, man? I mean, he's got some weird bikes, don't he?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. They're just cool. That's all I got to say.
Hey, Gear, what's the year of the bike you're riding tonight? Is that 81? Yeah, that's the oldest bike on the track tonight, 1981 Cos. Give it up for Case and Gear, our newest intermediate. Pretty awesome. All right, congratulations, man. Hey, and Sarah's got your sheet, okay? All right, I got one more thing to do, and we're going to start main events. Balance bikes, you guys can get on deck. Or you want me to do it? No, I think you should come up here.
I'm not talking.
I'll talk. Yeah. All right, we got a special thing we're going to do tonight. We got something for a rider that comes out here, and I'm going to tell you, for a lot of years, she's been out here racing. And she has been stuck in some of the worst possible classes you could be stuck in as a female BMXer at this track. She races guys about 99% of the time, and her class is usually super hard. She has stuck with it for many, many years. She just recently graduated high school, and she doesn't know we're doing this, but Mason the Bulldozer Eddie, Mason Eddie, come on out to the tabletop. She did not know we were doing this, but we did this just because she is absolutely inspirational, Mason, inspirational rider as far as sticking with it. And now she's got her own Bulldozer jersey. You can wear that whenever you want. Mason, we're real happy to have you out here at the track. And I think it's great that you've stuck it out. And I'm telling you, man, she has had some bad classes to race out here. And she is still out here racing with us. So congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, you bet.
There you go.
All right, balance bikes, get ready. Main event's coming up. And a backwards race rolling in next week. Bentley Chopa heading out to the last turn. Balance bikes head to the last turn. You showed up. Got mad at who? What'd you say?
I got mad, I didn't.
Mad at who?
Me.
No, I just thought we. All right, we got balance bikes rolling out to the last jump. We're about to start the main events. Hey, just a little heads up. Next week, Friday night's backwards race, we got Motion Raceworks sponsoring that race. That is pretty cool. We've got some other special races coming up this year. I think Motion Raceworks is probably going to get in on some of that. Definitely Hearst Plumbing is going to be in on some of that. Hearst Plumbing will sponsor the Kiss Cam at all our races from now on. So we're getting Jeff Swan's going to get that set up. So that'll be a hit, you know, around here at the track. But Motion Raceworks is going to be on the awards for next week. And the awards next week, like when you look at that, when you look at the award from next week that's coming up, 20 years from now, you're going to be like, man, that was weird. That was just a strange BMX event. So that is our plan. We're hoping you show up for next Friday night.
All right, getting our last balance bike racer out there. That's Frazier with the late load. Chopa, Frazier, and Maverick Hacker. All right, we better get him going before somebody throws another temper tantrum. If you're ready to go, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Hacker on the 1 right now. Sorry, Frazier on 2. Bentley Chopa on the 3. Chopa, I think this might be the first time he's gone from the starting line to the finish line. There he goes. All right, that is balance bike class. Main moto number 2, Pavelonis, Weniger, and Stevenson. Gate goes down. Nice snap out of Weniger, but he cannot get out in front of Pavelonis. Pavelonis on the 1, 9 to 10-year-old open class. Pavelonis, Winiger, and Theo Stevenson out of Dubuque. Team Hollywood rider. Pavelonis is going to take that one in for another win on the night. 11, 12-year-old open. Garrity, Ashby, Mara, Swan. Mason Mora, top side right now, out in front of Dirty 30, Jackson Garrity. Now that the sun's gone down, I can check out Garrity's bike. Man, that thing is crazy. How many pennies did you have to melt down to get that finish on that bike? Mara hanging on to the 1 right now. Dirty 30 working him. Oh, boy, here comes Ashby and Swan. Mara now gives up the 1 spot to Garrity. Looks like Garrity going to take that one in for the win. Miller with a whole shot out of main Moto 4. Be Henkel, Hanley, and Wallen in there. Miller tearing it up right now. Iowa J out there in the 2. Going to be the hand grenade, Brendan Hanley. And the young gun in this class out there, that's Emerson Wallen out of Dubuque, doing it for Team Hollywood. Gate 8, Sexton Ford ride. Miller, Corbin Miller going to take that one in for the win. 13-14 girls cruiser. Yeah, I forgot. We got to call this 8 and over girls cruiser. 7 wide out of the gate. Nice gate out of Natasha B. She's leading them in and out of turn number 1 right now. Got the Jaybird hot on her heels. Oh, Hurst finding some clean air down low. Mason Eddy already out there in that brand new Bulldozer jersey. Team Bulldozer. I love it. She's out there chasing down Cora the Explorer. Arionyx and Sophie McBroom hanging out in 6 and 7 right now, though. Natasha B trying to hold off the Jaybird to the line. Looks like she's going to make it happen. Main motor number 6, 10-year-old cruiser, Bump, Demink, Johnson, Pavelonis, Double Z, and the Ben Dog. Pavelonis, tires still hot from that open win. Got Beef Johnson in tow. Doing it for Green Tree. Vinny Meatball's Team Iowa ride out there in the 3. He's looking good in the 3 right now. Pavelonis still hanging on the 1. Here comes Vinny Meatballs working Beef Johnson down that last straight. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Who's got the pedal at the line? Oh, I think that one went to Vinny Meatballs. Nice work. Out of Demink. Bump, Cook, Peterson, Scrowther. Making up main moto number 7, 11-year-old cruiser. Whole shot goes to Peterson. Peterson almost over manualing. Yeah, don't let him fool you. He's in control. Scrowther out there in the 2. Cook and Bump hanging out in the back. Peterson looks like he's going to take that one in for the win in front of Scrowther. Swan, McMillan, Shelton. Oh, man. McMillan just lit the gate on fire. Owen McMillan. Wow, he just railed turn 1, held off Swan. Some serious racing going on right now. Swan trying to hang on to the 2. Shelton working him. McMillan's still on the 1. Swan up in the air. Shelton now starting to fade a little bit. McMillan's starting to check out of this one. Looks like he's got the win wrapped up down that last straightaway. Older Cruisers coming at you. It says 4650. Remley, Captain Chaos, the Stallion, Jeff Swan, and Kime, Justin Kime, trying to catch up to Captain Chaos. Chaos, oh, bump jumping that one. Oh, here comes Remley now. Can Remley pass on the outside of turn 2? Not tonight. Chaos, Kime, Remley, Swan. Chaos holding off Kime down that into that last straightaway. See if Kimes got him down that last straight. Oh, definitely outsmoothed him. Here comes Remley trying to get in there. Remley can't get the big bike to fit in between those jumps. 56-60 Cruiser, Gear, Gillum, Burke, Dennison, and Chopper Bob. Dennison on the top side of this one, coming out of turn number 1. Got Burke in tow, Chopper Bob in the 3, Double DG in the 4, and Gear on that 1981, I believe, Cos Cruiser. That was your dad's bike 50 years ago. Dennison on the 1. Burke reeling him in now down that last straightaway. Burke's got some smooth going on. Dennison looking a little, almost looked a little hesitant there, but he managed to pull it off. 5 and under novice. Stevens on the 1. Beckett Ince in tow on the 2. These two been slicing and dicing like this all night. 2 wide behind him. Paul, I could use any number plate you can give me. Yeah, I got those. Third place racers. We got to get a fatter Sharpie out there. That kid is working it. I wish I could tell you who it was. I cannot read those plates. Oh, we got a pile up in turn 2. Hang on, Kenny. Stevens still on the 1. Beckett Ince out there on the 2. I'm going to check on our downed racers. Oh, Beckett Ince makes the pass right in front of the finish line. I think Stevens pulled the double 2. I think that puts Ince in the 1. We'll have to check with the scoring department as we get the rest of our racers picked back up. One of them not going to finish it out tonight. One of them is. That 5 and under novice. That's a show, folks. 7 novice, McCleary, Garrett, Weniger, Frazier. Weniger with a hole shot. I believe that's McCleary on the outside. Oh, just got passed down low. Weniger's still on the 1. See if we get a plate on that 2 ride. Paul, you got a plate on that 2? No, I don't have a good one. I got a Garrett, Frazier, and McCleary. Looks like Frazier out there on the 2. Peyton Frazier hanging on the 2 spot. That's going to put Garrett, or McCleary, then Garrett. Finishing out main moto number 12. Main moto 13 coming out of the gate. Another big one. McGinnis, Goodman, Hacker, Cunningham, Thompson. I think that is Mad Dogmatics Hacker leading the pack in and out of turn number 1. Be a Hacker on the 1. Main moto 13, 8-year-old novice is your class. 203, that's going to be the O-Show. The O-Show, oh no, on the 2. Hacker, the O-Show, Cunningham, Goodman, and McGinnis out there. Not necessarily in that order. The Hacker now getting some heat out of the O-Show, feeling it and smoothing it out. 8 wide is 10-year-old novice. Van Zuden, Zimmerman, Ellison, Porter, Ellison, Garrett, Stevenson, Frazier. Oh, man, somebody just dove down low and took over the 1 spot. Now they're 2 wide. That is Ellison and Ellison. It's Kinley Ellison. Kinley Ellison on the 1 right now. Out in front of Kimber. Going to be Zimmerman on the 3 again. Those 2 Ellisons coming out of Cedar Rapids. They've been doing the 1 and 2 thing all night. Wrapping it up in front of a whole bunch of local racers. That was main moto 14. Main moto 15, 12 novice. 3 wide at the stripe, 3 out of 6. Bump, Gross, Mara, Thompson, Kinney, and Ellison. That's Carter Ellison out of Cedar Rapids. Carter Ellison on the 1. That's Mara perhaps on the 2. So be Carter Ellison out of Cedar Rapids on the 1. Again, another Ellison showing a whole bunch of locals the way around here at East Moline BMX Speedway. It's like Ellison going to take the win in main moto 15. Main moto 16 coming at you. Going to be Irk, Garrett, Eddie, and RHETT. Seth Garrett on the 1 right now. Got the bulldozer, Mason Eddy. In tow in the 2. Irk hanging on to the 3. RHETT out there on the 4. Irk safely through turn 2 this time. Good to see. Still on the top side out of Burlington, Iowa. Going to be Seth Garrett. Oh, boy. Eddie now getting some heat out of Irk. Irk he trying to find some rhythm down that last straightaway. Can't make it happen. The bulldozer hangs on to the 2 spot. Edwards, Armstrong, Bendog. Going to be Armstrong, then PJ, then the Bendog. Armstrong still hanging on to the 1. PJ on the 2. Bendog 3 ride. Main moto is number 17. 7 intermediates, your class. I guess this is 5, 6, and 7 intermediates. Armstrong going to take that one in for the win. Moto 18, 8-year-old intermediate, Jones, Demink, and the Lacoses is Jones holding off Team Lacose on the 2 and the 3. The Outlaw, Fisher Jones, then Lacose, and Demink. That is BMX Rex out there in the 4 spot. Jones starting to stretch his lead out a little bit. Going to show the pack in the way into turn number 3. This will be Jones, Lacose, and BMX Rex. That was main moto 18. Main moto 19, locked and loaded, getting ready to come out of the gate. 10 intermediate is your class. Zinski working his way over and into the 1 spot in front of Jones and the Voodoo Child. Double Z doing it out of Cedar Rapids. Dr. Jones hanging on to the 2 spot in front of the Voodoo Child. Dr. Jones doing it for gate 8, Sexton Ford, and the right cycle ride. And Hearst Plumbing of the Voodoo Child. Zinski. We got a whole lot of Cedar Rapids racers showing our local racers around the track tonight. Main moto 20 is 12 intermediate. Honer working hard for that hole shot. The Purple Python Honer on the 1. I believe that is Dirty 30 Jackson Garrity. Garrity on the 2. The Chef, Landon Cook. On the 3, Gear. And Gage Jones on the 4 and the 5. Still, though, going to be the Purple Python, Brody Honer. Honer owning that one down the last straightaway. Looks like he's going to keep that one tucked in his back pocket for the win. 13 intermediate, main moto number 21, Hudson Wallen, and the Big Show. Big Show out of the center. Oh, man, Wallen is wandering around behind him trying to find some clean air. Shekels, the Big Show right now, doing it for Big Show Racing. Big Show, Wallen, and Noah Hudson. Hudson out of Cedar Rapids. Wallen out of Dubuque, doing it for Team Hollywood. Big Show now starting to fade again. Wallen keeps reeling him in here. He needs to make the jump a little earlier. Wallen putting some heat on the Big Show now. Oh, Big Show keeps laying him down. Good work out of the Big Show, Bentley Shekels. Main moto number 22, Lacose Mares and the Stallion, Jeff Swan. Oh, Swan hanging on to the 2 behind Lacose. Is this yet another main event with Cedar Rapids Racers showing our local boys where the finish line is? Swan and Uncle Rico sitting on the 2 and the 3 as Travis Lacose out of Cedar Rapids. He is leading them down that last straightaway in a big way. Oh, Uncle Rico working the Stallion now. Racing for second place. Swan trying to figure it out. I just want to go over there and I want to fix Lacosta's brake pads. 56 and over intermediate, Gillum, Burwell, Bedford. Bionic Bob on the top side of this one right now. Chopper Bob even. Bedford out there for Gate 8, Sexton Ford. And Factory Kuahara ride, double DG. Dirty Dan Gillum. Burwell starting to check out of this one. Gillum now working Bedford down that last straightaway. Racing this for second place. And said Gillum going to let Bedford hang on to the 2 spot. 10 Girls X. 8 to 10-year-old girls expert. McBroom holding her own out there against Max Power. As Hurst starts to check out already. Oh, McBroom, she's got to give up the 2 spot to Max Power. Rylan Hurst throwing some shade into turn 2. I don't know what she said. She just put somebody in their place. Still going to be Hurst. On the 1. Looks like she's got that one wrapped up. Head down that last straight. Oh, wait. Main Moto 25. 13 over Girls X. Hannah the Hurricane Whitmarsh top side ride. Lydia Perham trying to find a way in. Oh, Lydia. She just gave up the 2 ride to the Jaybird. Jaybird just railed that turn. Still going to be Whitmarsh, Jaybird, Lydia Perham, and Cora the Explorer. You got to listen. Jaybird now working the 2 spot. Not enough track to make it happen. Main Moto 26 winding them down for the night. Whole shot one more time going to Pavelonis out there in front of Weniger. Weniger on the 2. Beef Johnson trying to work Demink for the 3 spot. Speed bump hanging out in the 5 right now, though. Pavelonis trying to hold off Weniger down that last straightaway. Going to be Pavelonis, Weniger, Demink, Beef Johnson. And speed bump 12X on the track. Going to be Ashby Swan, Scrowther, Peterson. Captain Elbows steering that turn 1. Fast and Furious right now. Got double A in tow. That is Team Swan on the 1 and the 2. Team Iowa. Going to be Cash Money Peterson and your factory standard ride, Justin Scrowther on the 4. Captain Elbows still hanging on to the 1 spot. Double A trying to reel him in. I don't know if Swan's going to let that happen. Down that last straightaway now. It's going to be Swan. Oh, nice jumping out of Double A. Looking smooth out there. Main Moto 28, 14X, Natasha B, the Supersport, and Corbin Miller. Gate 8 Sexton Ford ride, Corbin Miller topside ride, doing it out there in front of Right Cycles ride of the Supersport. Supersport keeping him honest right now, though, looking smooth. Miller got just a little bit more speed than the Supersport right now. Natasha B out there with the fast fellas doing it out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Always good to see Natasha here with us. Still going to be Miller and the Supersport on the 1 and 2, Main Moto 28. Main Moto 29, 15X. Grayson, Owen, McMillan, and the hand grenade, Hanley. Owen McMillan been tearing this track apart all night, showing the local boys around. He's going to say that finish line's right over there, Hanley. Follow me to it. So it'll be McMillan, Hanley, and then Grace McMillan. All 3 of those racers looking good and smooth heading down that last straightaway, though. Owen McMillan. Oh, man. He's got that last straight wired. Speaking of wired, here comes Carson the Freight Train Fuller. Kime and Double J in tow. Remember when Fuller was a little kid out here. Oh, boy. Kime pulling up. Oh. Nice save out of Kime. Kime was going for it. Fuller was not giving him an inch. That left the door open for Double J. He sneaks into the 2 spot. Fuller going to take that one in for the win down that last straightaway out of Main Moto 30. 2 more main events, and then we're going to tarp this track. All right, we're going to be tarping the track as soon as the racing is done. Culver, Hinkle, and Captain Chaos. Chaos on the one. Culver now working up on the Hinkle. Hinkle doing it for Team Hollywood. I know Scotty Culver spent a little time up at Hollywood the other day. Oof. Scotty, we're going to have to check that frame. Captain Chaos on the one. Iowa J and Scotty Culver. Right. Oh, boy, look at Iowa J. Got the smooth and the speed down that last straightaway. Nice move out of Hinkle. Last main event of the evening, 56 and over expert, Burke, Elder, and Dennison. Uh-oh, looks like Dennison on the one right now. Elder trying to find a way into the two spot. I think Burke pulls it out of the first turn, and now they start to single file their way into turn number two. Still going to be Dennison. Strange motion kicker standard ride of Mike Burke out there on the two, and Elder rounding it out. We could use a hand tarp in this track. They're talking rain tomorrow. Good luck to everybody heading up to Waukegan. I hope it doesn't rain on you. Come home with big, tall trophies and a pocket full of points and win your race. We got 50-50. Mari DePau has...
Okay, so the winning 50-50 ticket, 475242. All right, I'm gonna repeat that. 475242. All right, come up to the gate and I will authenticate your ticket. I did that. What? I got the ticket. I was just gonna go down. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna check it. Hold on. Hello? Okay, let me get some light. All right, no repull. We've got a winner. Justin. Go up. I don't have any money. You don't.
Uncle Rico with the win. We're going to double check that ticket and triple check it. We'll get you a tax form here in a minute, Rico. Don't forget tax, title, and dock fee. All right, Rico with the tip back to the track. Thank you, Justin. That is a race. Don't forget, next week, backwards practice. We're going to try to get that gate put together on Monday night, and then Tuesday night practice backwards. Thursday night practice backwards. Friday night racing backwards. I never got looking for confirmation. Somebody from Cedar Rapids close by. Are you guys racing tomorrow night? Bueller? Anyone? Is there a race in Cedar Rapids tomorrow night? All right. Check local listings because I never got confirmation. If you're not going to Waukegan, you ought to go to Cedar Rapids if they're racing.